Before we get started here, can I just say thank you? With my last video, I had no idea how it would be received, and it's been utterly amazing, minus the harassment from Truman Squared over there. I've met so many amazing people, and you guys are absolutely wonderful. We just hit 9,000, which is insane to me.
Who are you people?
I remember when this channel was sat at 500 subs, and I just thought, man, this is never gonna get any better. And here we are at almost 20 times that. The day after I posted that video, I had to take a break from the internet. I've never received so much love and positivity. I was joking with my friends that I needed to chug some salt afterwards. I couldn't handle you guys. I had people using my art as icons, which I've never had before. I legit started crying. I can't. I'm not going to be one of those sappy people on YouTube. It's not happening. I'm not going to be a YouTube crybaby. I love you guys so much, and I'm honestly just so happy I started getting back into YouTube again. Okay, sappy crap aside, we're moving on. My eyeliner looks way too good to start crying today. No, we're not doing it. I just wanted to say that because I love you guys, and thank you. Okay, bye. Not bye, because video, but yeah.
Yes, get on with it!
Oh my god, okay, I know I'm not one to make fun of other artists, right? Like, we all have our own journeys and everything, but look at this. Look at this dude. This person uses bases. Just draw the figure yourself, because clearly you need the practice. Well, what is going on with that face? Like, hello? Do we not know what proportions are? Okay, so anyway, go and make fun of this artist. Their name is... Oh, well then. Hello, dear gentlefolk of the internet. I know 2, actually 3. I scripted this before my last surprise video. So yeah, 3 times in a year so far. It's insane. Now, being an artist in this day and age means a lot of documentation, right? Like sketches, doodles, pretty much all of it has to be posted just so you can try and gain traction and try to gain an audience, unless the social media algorithms change again, anyway. The nice thing about this is you can really go back and see just how much you've grown, you know? We all start somewhere, and for some of us, this might be using anime bases on DeviantArt, drawing in MS Paint, and doing giant bug eyes on your characters for a little while, or a few years. So when I asked you guys what you wanted to see me do last time, you guys voted to have me redo some of my old, cringy artwork. I love you. Now for this video, I'm just going to do some of my old stuff from DeviantArt, both my old dead account from when I was in middle school and my current-ish one from late high school into college and now, obviously. I'll also be listing at least the years so we can really see what, if anything, that I've learned. There's a lot of pieces I collected, so let me know if you want a part 2. Ooh, maybe I could even dig up my old sketchbooks from middle school and see what we can do there. Then we can really cringe together, Now, if it was part of a challenge or anything, like a screenshot redraw or the yearly self-portraits that I totally have kept up with, just don't look. I kept up, I swear. I just haven't posted. That's it. I did exclude those since I'd like to have more of a dedicated video for that. With that, let's get on with it.
Welcome to the Hotel Hell. Check-in time is now, check-out time is never.
So I'm starting with the most recent one here, back in good old 2017. How naive we all were back then, huh? This is when I was just starting to get kind of comfortable with the whole internet thing, and this is one of the few pieces that I was doing just for funsies. I really love those shots with like the super reflective sunglasses, and I just knew I wanted to do something with that. Now at the time, I didn't have any kind of persona or anything. There wasn't a salty gnat, there wasn't a sassy little robot doll girl, nothing. I was not expecting YouTube to go anywhere. Silly me, I know. And I was putting all my energy into my webcomic, which totally has had a ton of progress. Just don't look, just take my word for it. I know there's not been a lot posted, but I swear there's a lot of world building and research that's going on, I promise. But since I didn't really want to use a persona, I was using Ash as my mascot for all of my online stuff. Shockingly, I am still kind of proud of this piece. It was one of the first where I felt like I was actually paying attention to the dimensions of her face. Yeah, some things are way off, like her nose is non-existent and her fingers are flat toothpicks, but it was bright and saturated and the colors came out exactly how I wanted them and the sunglasses were so pretty. I know a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with Ash's design, but I can't help it. She's my favorite character, okay? Just let me have it. Yeah, this piece is pretty out of character for her, since I have it in my notes for her to never smile unless it's sarcastic or an evil sneer or something. But shh, it's fine. Just don't question it. Also, please don't question why she has a sunset gradient behind her, but her sunglasses have a bright summer day. I'm a professional, okay? I totally know what I'm doing. It's artistic license, that's it.
Bullshit.
I had thought about going a little more vintage with her design here just to bring in some more of Ash's, character and fashion sense, and I was looking up all these cute summer outfits, and honestly, not even gonna lie here, I kind of thought about giving her a big goth sun hat like Lydia and Beetlejuice, but I toned it back. I kept myself in control here. I just wanted to stick with the same sort of general design at least. Now, I can't be the only one thinking this, but tell me Ash does not look like some kind of frat boy? I'm pretty sure I had people in my classes that look like this. Better watch out, Ash is on her way to steal your girl. Remember when you can go to school, like go on a campus, like in a crowded classroom and just wish you weren't there? It's funny what we take for granted, isn't it? There's gonna be people who watch this in the future and have no idea what I'm talking about. Funny thing here, I actually kind of started this as a little mini selfie series, like here's my characters outside of their story, like they're actors or something. But I wasn't 100% sure on the designs of the next few characters, so I didn't continue it. Who knows, maybe I can do that in the future. Just take a shot every time I make plans for another project, am I right? No, take a swig of water. Just stay hydrated. I gave Ash a little more detail here, like some little hair clips and stuff, because let's face it, having anime hair like that in real life would likely be really annoying and impractical and annoying. I couldn't help myself and I gave her little fangs. I told myself not to because she's just supposed to be a human in this, but I did it anyway. I had done a sketch detailing Ash's fangs since she's part fox, so duh. And now I can't stop myself. Please send help. I'm addicted to pointy teeth. I freaking love the end result. Like, again, it came out super saturated, just like how I wanted, but it's not like eye bleeding, and Ash feels more alive in this one, and the shading and the blood. I like it. Okay, I'm really happy with this one, and it's not very often I'll look at a piece and just be like, yes. Yes on everything.
Flex Tape's powerful adhesive is so strong, it even works underwater.
Now we're gonna go back another year here, and we're gonna do another Project Evolution character, because I'm original. I know how to do things. It's the little baby herself. Look, it's Ray. It's great. Now, at this point in her design, I had only done a grayscale sketch of what I wanted her to look at from one angle. I knew what colors I wanted to use generally, but that was it. Honestly, she hasn't really changed like too much. I am glad you guys voted for that darker color scheme though, back when I was redesigning her. I feel like now she looks so much better and everything pops way more. Now, I don't know why I have her just sitting underwater, as you do. So I'm just gonna change that too. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I kind of sort of really suck at backgrounds. Still do. But I do enjoy making them a little bit more now. Now this one, you could really tell I have no idea how to make anything look dimensional. 3D who? Never heard of her. Proper lighting? Nah, not here. Just blue. Blue everywhere. I really love how in the original, the underwater lighting has just refracted light in all of these crazy directions. Like she has lighting on her knees, which would be covered by her hands, and the shinies in her eyes are coming from the other side. And the highlighter yellow I used for her fins, it's great, it's fantastic. This one I remember I was not happy with when I posted it, but I really wanted to see what she would look like colored, and instead of doing just a flat character sheet or even rough concept art, I did this. I don't know why. So for the redraw, you'll notice I struggle a lot with the sketch. I have no idea why, but whenever I turn the torso to the side, my brain just does not compute the mass there. But that's where you guys came in. I posted this on my Discord server. You can check my socials for links because I open it all the time. But we have a critique channel in there. feel like I said critique weird, but we have a little critique channel in there, and so many of you guys were insanely helpful. Don't worry, I promised I would use more references in my art, and I did, but again, my brain wasn't working. Big thanks to Wanderer in my Discord server. They're a super amazing artist. I managed to wrangle a social media link from them earlier, but seeing the exact pose I was thinking of broken down was insanely helpful. She turned out just so much better and way more natural. I have no idea how this happened, but I accidentally built her like a friggin' tank. Like, this is supposed to be the shortest and the cutest character in my webcomic, but she's got more muscle than most of the other characters, even my male characters. I didn't do that on purpose, but I'm just gonna keep it now. Ray is one of the characters I really try to go for a different body type with, and I think so far this is probably the best example of that. You see, my friends and I grew up before the whole body positivity movement and, thick thighs save lives and all of that, so whenever one of us got made fun of for having legs that, weren't skinny or toothpick-like, we would always joke with each other, thicker the thighs, the closer you are to becoming a mermaid. I'm pretty sure we stole it from a shirt or something, but it stuck with us for a really long time. I think even now it still comes up in conversation occasionally. It's a small detail that I doubt anyone would notice or even really care about, but I really wanted to keep that little memento in Ray's design since my friends really influenced the entire idea that became Project Evolution. I did rush around again for the background. I wanted to start with it to get myself more motivated, but big shock, I got distracted. Anyone got tips for backgrounds? Because I can't. I think it comes across well enough, much better than the original anyway. I do play around with her shadow, but it doesn't really matter too much in the end. My main goal was just to go for this pose, and I'm more than happy with that. I did use my comic style of shading for this one, and I'm really trying to work on getting it fast and efficiently done so I can actually start posting more pages in a timely manner. I don't know how many of you are versed in making webcomics, but oh my god, it takes so long. So I'm practicing quicker shading styles that will work well with the style of the comic. I don't know, I feel like I'm starting to get kind of good at it, but if anyone has tips for doing this kind of style of shading in a way that is quick or efficient, that would be fantastic. I'm still a total newbie at webcomics and I really want to get better. Anyway, Ray's looking friggin' adorable and I am super proud of this, and yeah.
Do I look as though I have an evil bone in my body? Yep, sure do.
Okay, I was gonna do another piece here, but I'm just gonna save that for next time, because that one requires a lot more dissection. So I decided I'm gonna go way back here, back to baby Tasha in 2012, and just, why? I can't. Why are his eyes so big? What's wrong with him? Is he okay? I don't know what drugs he's taking, but I feel like I need some. I'm gonna just start the speed paint for this one. I have the feeling it's gonna take a while. Why is the camera so out of focus? Okay, I think for this one I used those Faber-Castell ink pens, and I think it was Artist Loft colored pencils. It's really basic, but you can do a lot of stuff with those. Not that you'd be able to tell from this blurry as crap photo I took. The Faber-Castell pens aren't bad, but they aren't as smudge resistant. I can speak like a human. Hi. The Faber-Castell pens aren't bad, but they're not going to be as smudge resistant as a Micron. I used them for a really long time, and I could still remember the fateful day when I swore I would never use them again. I had drawn this girl with a braid. I think this is about when Tangled came out, so it was super detailed, it was really pretty. I was erasing my sketch, and the ink smudged everywhere. This was before I was using kneaded erasers too, so this was kind of inevitable. Now, I've mentioned this once or twice, but one of the things that really made me want to become an artist was the game Rogue Galaxy, and one of my big projects I want to do one day is either make a prequel or a sequel to it. Probably in a webcomic, since there's no way I'm ever going to be able to make a game out of it. But this was a little piece I had done to see what my favorite character Zegor might have looked like as a little young whippersnapper. And this is my peak. Nothing I make will ever look as good as what I accomplished more than 8 years ago. I remember I was writing a whole backstory for this character because the game only hints at aspects of his life, which, of course would make him more interesting. One day I want to make videos dissecting this game, what works, what doesn't, how I feel they could have fixed things, because I love this game so freaking much, and I really want it to get the love I feel it deserves. I don't know, I love finding these old pieces of media that no one ever talks about. So what's something you know about that you feel is underappreciated? I'm gonna get back to the commentary before I nerd out here, sorry. I was totally not trying to distract you from how many sketches and how much trouble I was having because, oh my god. That's my problem with doing fan art whenever it's just for me and it's not a commission. I'm doing fan art because I want to, but I am so picky with it. I want it to look like the character, but still be in my style, Do you guys have that problem? I can't be the only one, right? So for this one, I knew I wanted to keep it rough to keep in line with the traditional aspect. I thought about doing this one traditionally, but I'm all out of sealant from my last school project, and that stuff was expensive, so sorry, kinda had to revert back to digital here. Now, when I was recording this speed paint, I was a little stressed, honestly. I had some super fun internet junk going on. Yes, her. I was in the middle of trying to get a whole bunch of schoolwork done before break so I can actually relax and be a huge bum, and I was working on the biggest commission I've had in a long time. I'm kinda surprised my iPad didn't explode. So while working on this one, the screw it switch went off in my brain, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm not gonna have a plan. I'm not gonna go in with nothing. I'm just gonna go in with whatever I think looks cool. So I did. I think everyone's gonna have a little bit of those, kind of screw it moments every now and then. Life is too short not to have that, You wanna cut your hair? Screw it. You wanna get a tattoo? Screw it. At the end of the day, you don't want to live with a bunch of, I wishes. This got way too deep for a speed paint of me redoing some old blurry doodles. I'm gonna just get back to things here. So because I kind of had a little bit of a screw it moment, I wanted this to be a little bit more of a story piece. Not that great, I know, because I hate backgrounds and I'm still trying to find a way to stylize them so they show what I want, but also be detailed enough to be interesting, so super fun. So the idea is, he's looking up at the stars or the flying ships in the distance. This character is basically a walking encyclopedia, so I kind of wanted to capture that wide-eyed wonder as he looks up into the distance. And now that I know what the finished piece looks like, I have a million other ideas of what I want to do. Maybe next year I'll redo it again. It could just be a yearly tradition on this channel. Take a shot for another unplanned project. Sorry, take a swig of water. Drink water. Water's important. I don't know, I kind of like the background. I know I went in with no plan and absolutely no idea of what I was doing, but I don't know, I think it turned out kind of cool, honestly. You guys let me know what you think. I'm still trying to find a good, balance between stylized and detailed for my background, so I appreciate any critique you guys have on that. Now, if only I could let go and actually stylize my characters a bit more. Well, art is a journey, after all. It'd be boring if you just stagnated and never made mistakes. I need to stop. I'm working on this when I am super tired, and apparently that's when my philosophical brain is like, hello, it's my time to shine now. Let me know what you guys think I could do for next time, or if you have a specific piece that I've done that you want me to do in my next round. And here we are. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with these pieces. I feel like I haven't really been challenging myself lately, so this was a nice way to see just how much I've grown over the years. I think one of the toughest things about being an artist is all you can see are the flaws in your work, and while that's important, so you know what you need to work on, it can be a little disheartening sometimes. So if you're having an art block or you're in a bit of a slump with your work, I recommend first, take a break, go on a walk, go on a trip, even just go run some errands. Just refresh your brain a little bit. Then just look back at where you started. Look at what you've learned. You may not realize it. Even if it's slow, you've still made progress. You're trying, and if you have some fun, that's really what matters at the end of it. I know with social media, you're surrounded by people who are just insanely talented, and you think you'll never be as good as those other artists, but that's not a healthy way to go about it. If I take a step back and think about things for a second, I think me from a few years ago, or even little young Tasha, who couldn't even properly color in a coloring book, would be pretty impressed with me. And maybe that's what matters. You're doing art for you, so make what you want and just have some fun with it. Sorry, super deep again. Let me know what you guys want for the next video, and hey, if you're an artist, drop your username and what social media platform you're on. Just build each other up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go before I start writing poetry or a young adult fantasy novel or something. Thank you, lovely people, for all your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys! let's face it, having crazy anime hair in real life would probably be... Bleh, I can't talk. Probably be